Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
And welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena. You heard my voice just a few minutes ago, but I'm back here now with Dalton Reed here for this men's matchup between the Savage Storm and the hosting Ouachita Tigers. We've got a long Capital Technology Group pregame show to get through, and by long I mean about 10 minutes. So a little bit ago yesterday, I had a time to sit down with head coach Dennis Nutt and talk about the day. And then after that, we'll follow it up with the pregame stats and everything you need to know going into this one. So we'll send it to me yesterday here on the Capital Technology Group pregame show. And welcome back to the Capital Technology Group pregame show for the second Coach's Corner. And Coach Nutt, going into this Southeastern Oklahoma State game, you guys come off that great win against East Central, and we talked a little bit before after the game the other night about how this team, you played great defense and the offense was just enough to be able to get you guys over the hump. Going into the Southeastern game, what are the offensive focuses against the Savage Storm team?
Getting better shots, number one. I thought last night we really rushed some shots, made it difficult. Those are hard to make, so your percentages are going to be low. So I think we've got to do a better job of having a mindset of getting into the paint and spraying it, maybe one more pass after that, and the shots become a little bit easier, and you tend to make those. So we can get better on that. There are a lot of things we can improve on, but that's definitely one of them.
And then, Coach, this Southeastern team is so well balanced. Any of those players can go off and have a great game. All of their starting lineup averages 9 or more points per game. So going against this team that's so balanced, how do you zero in on what to attack on defense?
Well, I think number one, you got to keep the ball out of the paint. Their point guard, a freshman kid now that's starting. They got a couple kind of do the same things, but they do a good job. The kid last night had 11 assists. And that's one thing that we have to do a good job. Kelly Green's team always do the same thing. They got a dominant point guard that handles the ball a lot, and their job is to get in the paint. So we got to do a good job of keeping them out of it.
And then playing a team that's on the back half of a road stand here in Arkadelphia, coming off a win across the street, what's the objective trying to shut down that momentum before it starts as well?
Well, it's all about keeping the ball out of the paint and keeping them from getting easy shots. If they get easy shots, they're dangerous, because like you said, they're balanced and they can all shoot the ball. Kelly's always had guys that can shoot it, big guys that can shoot it. So they put an extra burden on our big guys of helping out on the point, but also trying to get back for the shooters.
Speaking about the big guys, Christian was an integral part to you guys last night, really able to stretch the floor. Now we saw that three you made the other night, but also, his defense is something that has been notorious for you guys this season. So you talk about that interior defense. How much is he going to be influential there, but also guys like Jaden and also Lucci?
Yeah, I tell you what, Chris is phenomenal, the way he moves on the floor. He covers so much ground. He's so long and he's athletic. So he can be in one spot and come back and get a block shot on the other side of the lane. So he's really unique at that. But tomorrow night, it may be him switching off on the guard, so he'll have to take it to another level. But you're right, Lucci and Jaden, those guys will be an integral part tomorrow. So hopefully we can get them all in there and help us out in certain ways.
And then we'll talk about the guards as well. Coming off the night, Devin Hancock, a little slow start, able to kind of pick it up. So, we talked a little bit about the center, the big man last night, but with your guards and Devin having that slow start, how integral is it to have a guy like him that's going to keep shooting? I always remember with a guy like Klay Thompson, he always thinks the next shot's going to go in.
Right, yeah. And he has that mentality. We want him to have it. But I thought last night he struggled with shots early. I thought he forced a few, and it kind of led to a slow start, which is unusual for him. Usually he's out of the gates pretty quick. But he's a good player. He does a lot of good things for us, and just maybe be a little bit more patient early, and I think it'll come right back to him.
And Coach, final thing. Today we're doing this interview on Friday. With that one-day turnaround, we'll see this a couple times this season, but with that one-day turnaround, what is the whole day of Friday? What is really the objective you guys have been going through?
Yeah, it's such a short prep, but it's like that with everybody. They played Henderson last night. We played East Central, so it's one day. in between that you really got to get it going again. And basically just stay with your fundamentals that you've been working on for a long time. Every team will bring a unique set of challenges that you'll have to face. So we'll talk about it today and talk a little bit on the floor. And we already had a film session, so hopefully we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Coach, good luck to you in that
All
prep.
Right. All right, appreciate it.
And back to you guys. And we'll
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of their Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
And welcome back to the Capital Technology Group pregame show. I'm Isaac Bourne, and that's Dalton Reed. And we're going to preview this game for the next couple minutes before tip-off. And Dalton, you've got two different game philosophies for both of these teams. Southeastern, a team that likes to get up and down the court. On top of that, they've got a lot of balanced scoring. No player averaging over 13 points a game, but no player in the starting lineup averaging under 9. Meanwhile, Ouachita, they've got the two main guys in Crew Flowers and Devin Hancock, they've also got Christian Parks as well. This team a little bit more balanced, but they know who their number one option is.
Yeah, the Ouachita team does, but you look at the Southeastern side of things, and like you said, it's a very balanced attack. You've got two people, DeAndre Dunn and Santiago, averaging over 12 points per game starting, but like you said, nobody really that one guy, but a very balanced attack for the Savage Storm. So a very differing strategy, and so it'll be curious to see how time of possession and things of that play out with the factor of that.
And then also, Dalton, you've got these two teams, former Lone Star Conference opponents. Ouachita, when making their transition from NAI to Division II, spent a little bit of time in the Lone Star Conference, most of those teams being in Texas. Southeastern also spending a little bit of time as well. So these teams have been playing each other for quite some time, and it's really been all Southeastern. The past 10 matchups have gone to the Savage Storm, and the only time that Ouachita's won the past 10 matchups was here at this place last year. They won 83-58.
Yeah, one of those series is just kind of lopsided, and these two teams, like you said, have a lot of history with one another. You see a lot of tradition within these two programs, and I really look forward to seeing if Ouachita can continue, like you said, got the win here last year, if they can continue, or if Southeastern can establish their dominance under Coach Kelly Green.
Then also Southeastern, a team coming into this two-game stretch, was 1-5 on the season, then pulled off come from behind win against the Reddies at their own place at the Duke Wells Center. Now they sit at 2-5, but they've got that win in the Great American Conference. So you've got a matchup of two, I would say, undefeated conference opponents at this point.
Yeah, you look at the 2-5 record. It was 1-5 coming into the Duke Wells Center Thursday night, able to pull off the fourth quarter comeback to win that one. And they say when conference play starts, everybody goes back to 0-0, obviously. So very important for both teams, both undefeated, trying to continue on the right foot as Southeastern Oklahoma looks to get a win here and head back to Oklahoma this evening.
Now turning our eyes to this Ouachita team, they come off a win as well against an East Central team that really gave them all that they could have physically. I mean, you saw that one. It was a little bit low scoring, 69-63 the final score, but ECU really making it tough just due to the physicality that both teams exhibited. But at the end of the day, they win this one behind Christian Parks, 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks in the outing. 7 for 9 from the field. Parks, a guy that has just been known as an athletic lob threat before last game, now showing that he can really be more of a scoring option for this team as well.
Yeah, you talk about the scoring option, but another thing I think is important in Parks, and you and I talked about this earlier in the week, in the offense is his defense. His defense has been monumental for this team, and it's been one of those things that Coach Nutt can rely on. The 6'7", 190 junior from Meridian, Mississippi has really become an established member of this team.
And Parks, you saw that interview I had with Coach Nutt, but off the camera, one thing we could not stop complimenting was Parks' ability to play off the ball screen. He hedges screens in a way to where he can keep the guard from driving, but also gets back enough, and that's how he gets so many steals, is he picks off those passes that are going into that entry pass on the inside. But looking across the rest of this Ouachita team, I mean, Devin Hancock is obviously the main scorer for this one. A little bit of a slow start the other night before picking it up, finishing with 13 points. The transfer from UL Monroe has looked healthy this year after spending last year on the bench with the Warhawks with that injury.
Yeah, he has really taken a spot. Like you said, the transfer from ULM has been able to get the ball out in transition and really recoup. You know, you sit on a bench a year and then you transfer looking for a fresh start, and that's exactly what he's done here at Bill Vining Arena, and it's been really important for him to have play in the game for the Tigers to be able to move fluidly and have the offense and defense they need.
And then finally, the final guy I want to talk about in this lineup, Crew Flowers. As a freshman last year, was a player that you didn't really see in the lineup too often other than his defense and his ability to really hound the ball. But now really becoming a bit of a scoring threat, averaging 10.3 points per game. Last game a little slow, but not because he was missing shots, just because he was allowing his teammates to really play more into this one. He's a threat from deep, but also a guy that can drive the court and play downhill as well. What do you expect to see from Crew Flowers today?
Yeah, I think we see more of the same like you just mentioned there, being able to distribute the ball effectively and in a timely manner, and I think that's really important. And we saw that obviously the two main guys for Ouachita, but guys like Crew Flowers established that to happen where he can distribute the ball to those two main guys, and in turn that will open him up for some shots.
And then finally, this Ouachita team really focusing on their defense this season. Last year it was more of an offensive team. You had Hobart Grayson and Sean Williams both averaging 20+, but this season, this team 12th nationally in scoring defense, only 62.3 points per game allowed to opponents, only allowed 2 teams over 70 this season. With this Ouachita team totally different, how has this team also been able to really succeed in a way that's been different from the past?
Yeah, you know, it's very different from the past, but you look at Coach Nutt, this is his 15th season here at Ouachita. I'm sure this is not the first time he's had some turnover within the offseason and just been able to – oh, his 21st season, my bad, excuse me. His 21st season here at Ouachita, and this is not the first time he's seen turnover, and so he was able to go into the offseason, adjust, use those transfers that come in, use those arriving freshmen like Jackson Conley, and really push this team to the next level.
We didn't even talk about Conley, but our time is up. We'll see how he plays in this one. 5 seconds remaining, but we're going to send it over to the intercom and Brian Ramsey for the starting lineups here from Bill Vining Arena.
Welcome to Bill Vining Arena for today's contest, featuring visiting Southeast Oklahoma State University Savage Storm and your Ouachita Tigers. At this time, let's get the starting lineups for both teams, starting first with our visitors from Durham, Oklahoma, the Southeastern Savage Storm. Starting guard, number 3, DeAndre Dunn. And guard number 4, Santiago Gomez. And guard number 15, Jamal Drury. And forward, number 20, Ethan Wilkerson. And forward, number 5, Chandler Dickinson. The head coach for the Savage Storm is Kelly Green. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar. This is the starting 5 for the Ouachita Tigers. Starting guard, freshman from Springdale, Arkansas, number 4, Jackson Conley. And guard, sophomore, Fort Texas, number 12, Crew Flowers. And forward, a junior from Meridian, Mississippi, number 1, Christian Potts. And guard, senior from Houston, Texas, number 2, T.J. Neal. Dallas, Texas, number 0, Devin Hancock. The head coach for the Tigers is Dennis Sun. Assistant coaches, Evan Thornton and Rashard Swindell.
And there you have it, folks. 20 minutes on the clock here for the first half of play. Your starting lineups for both teams. First for Southeastern, DeAndre Dunn, Santiago Camacho Gomez, and Jamal Drury are heading up the backcourt. Then Ethan Wilkerson and Chandler Dickinson in the middle for the Savage Storm. Meanwhile, for Ouachita, it's the main five guys: Devin Hancock, PJ Neal, and Crew Flowers at the guard positions. Jackson Conley playing a small ball 4, and Christian Parks holding down the middle for the Tigers here at home. The tip will be between Christian Parks and Ethan Wilkerson. And here we go, back up to play as PJ Neal's gonna start off the game with the ball. Tigers swinging it around to start. Flowers looking for a pass inside, gets the screen. Flowers downhill, nice pass off to Conley, and he's gonna start the scoring off in the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, the extra pass there was able to have Conley slide in on the backside baseline. Great look there and great bucket from Conley to start the scoring.
Jamal Drury will take the ball down the court for the Savage Storm. Last time out, he had 11 assists for them. And Dickinson's gonna get the tough shot over Conley, and interested to see how that mismatch down low is gonna play out for the Tigers today.
Yeah, Dickerson, a person with a lot of experience. This is his 5th season, a redshirt senior here for the Savage Storm.
Tigers passing it around once again, looking for a gap. Flowers in the corner, pass off to Parks, and quickly is gonna get the shot on the right hand to go.
Yeah, we talked about that matchup inside, and both times the Tigers scored here early, it's been inside on Dickinson.
Ouachita, they lead 4-2 early. Just a little over 18 and a half minutes remaining. Dickinson's gonna get it outside on the perimeter, and Conley's gonna strip it. Down the court, Conley, he's followed up by Wilkerson, and he'll get the nice soft layup on the right side. And Jackson Conley, the guy that we didn't talk about pregame almost at all, is gonna start off with 4.
Yeah, he was able to get his hand around Dickinson, poke that ball out, and then offense took care of the rest.
Dickinson in the corner for the Savage Storm. He's gonna give it off to Drury. He's a guy that can stretch the floor but also play well on the inside, and you saw that for the first score. That one's gonna be no good off the back iron. Under 18 minutes left in the first half. Conley, they're gonna give him wide open corner 3, and that one's gonna slide in for him. And that's gonna send us to a break. Ouachita starts this one off on a 9-2 run. We'll be right back after this here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win on your side, by your side, the winning side.
Back to action here from Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita starts off on the 9-2 stretch to start after Jackson Conley scores 7 of the Tigers' first 9, and he really probably hurt us in pregame, not really talking about him.
Yeah, the freshman from Springdale's really making an impact here early.
He had that strip on Dickinson. We'll see him getting back down here. Dickinson's gonna take the contact, no foul called, but he'll get the 2. 17 and a half minutes remaining. Parks, he'll take it up at the top of the key. Hancock the drive, stop on a dime, and they're gonna say he took too many steps, and that's gonna be a turnover for the Tigers, their first of the game. Clock still ticking down, but finally they'll stop it there as the pass in goes for the Savage Storm. Here's Drury, the switch, and here's Neal on Dickinson. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And too much contact down low from Wilkerson, and Jackson Conley starting the menacity that we see from him on an every night basis. Menacity, is that a word?
We can make it a word. We can add it to the dictionary.
Well, you know, one thing about Jackson Conley is he is going to be that type of guy on the other team, gets onto the skin of the other squad. He's already got 7 tonight, so plenty to talk about for the freshman out of Springdale.
And this is not the first big game he has played in. Played in the 6A state title game with Springdale last year, so just 1 year removed from being a Bulldog.
Neal stops on a dime and then lost his balance, and they're going to whistle him for the travel. And that's 2 turnovers in a row by taking too many steps for Ouachita. And what once was a 9-2 run has been stopped in its tracks. Southeastern a chance to cut more into the lead. Wilkerson, top of the key, going to give it to Dickinson. Going to get him up in the air, and Christian Parks is going to let the score over him by Wilkerson.
And Wilkerson able to get in there and really work on Parks.
Hancock hands it off to Neal. Back to Flowers in the corner. Conley on the wing. Nice pass into Flowers, and he's going to take the arm. Crew Flowers is going to get the 2 shots, or is going to get the 1 shot from the line. But after the break, Ouachita, they get the 2 on the and 1. Crew Flowers to shoot 1 more after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Ouachita, we're excited to partner with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, which offers many benefits to alumni and friends, and we want to tell you about one of those.
I'm Dylan McClain, a proud alumni, and I serve as the Vice President and Attorney at the Arkansas Baptist Foundation. The foundation proudly serves as Ouachita's Planned Giving partner, so if you're considering leaving a legacy gift or want to explore other charitable giving options, we'd love to guide you through that process. If you'd like to learn more about how you can invest in the next generation of Ouachita students, please contact us using the information below.
Go Tigers!
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler says, Go Badgers!
And the fans in here today saying, Go Tigers. Ouachita, they lead by 5 as Crew Flowers heading to the line for an extra shot from the stripe. Flowers' mother, Christy Smith, was a 1998 first-round pick into the WNBA draft, the second inaugural WNBA draft ever.
I guess it runs in the genes.
And Jackson Conley, the steals run in his genes as he's going to take another one away and get 2 more from the inside.
Yeah, great move there. Get the steal, drive the left side of the lane, Euro step in.
Gavin Snyder coming in the game for PJ Neal during the break. Here's Dickinson. He's been guarded by Conley. Conley kind of a hit or miss opportunity with Dickinson. Either he's going to allow him to get the nice inside bucket or he's going to strip it away. But so far, that's worked in Ouachita's favor. Snyder there going to get whistled for the blocking foul. Couldn't keep his feet still as Saxton McWilliam is going to draw the foul. Snyder's first foul of the game. McWilliam also coming in during that last break.
Originally from Australia and then went to Oak Hill Academy in Virginia. That's McWilliam who has the ball there.
Going to be picked up by Conley. And good heads-up effort by Conley to put his foot up. Obviously, you don't want a kickball violation, but when it's an entry pass to a mismatch down low, Conley would take that there. McWilliam, he'll pass it in from the baseline. Dickinson picked up by Parks now at the logo. Dickinson hounded, he's picked up by Snyder, and Christian Parks will say no sir, and McWilliam can't get the three on the following rebound.
Yeah, great defense there from Christian Parks. Elevate, and let's see if they can turn it over on the offensive end.
Hancock trying to get it to Parks. And it's going to stay here, it looks like. The officials deciding between the three of them. And right there, looks like Hancock just threw that one away, but they're right now deciding whether it's going to stay here. And yeah, they're going to give it up to Southeastern. Hancock trying to get it to Parks, but you saw just the good defense in the lane there, keeping him from really seeing his man. And Hancock, he's going to head to the bench. Coming in for him now, Ryder McConnell. Here's McWilliams, picked up by Snyder. Pass out to Dickinson. He took too many steps. Chandler Dickinson, the redshirt senior, with a bit of a freshman move there as he just can't keep his feet still. Trey Smith into the game for the Tigers. Smith standing 6'6", a lethal threat from beyond the arc, second in the conference in three-point percentage. Tigers passing it around. Snyder with the ball. Flowers will take it inside. And that pass is going to be tipped. It'll stay with the Tigers. Substitution for Southeastern. Ethan Scott coming in now for Santiago Camacho Gomez. Just a bit over 14 left to play in the first half. Tigers passing it around again. Smith, a tough shot on the fader. Ball bounced around, and Parks is going to come up with the rebound and a new shot clock. Swinging around here, Smith in the corner. Flowers strafing through the middle. The scoop layup, and what a shot by Crew Flowers. That'll be 5 for him in the game.
Now Flowers is yet to miss a field goal that he's taken today.
Driving it inside, and it's swiped by Parks. Tigers running on the fast break. McConnell, corner three, is going to be passed up by Smith. Out to Snyder. He'll take it. That one's no good off the right iron. Parks trying to get on top of it, but can't get there in time. Now substitution once again for Southeastern. Into the game for the first time, Augusto Toledo. And then also Tyler Long seeing his first action of the day. Also Brewery in the game, so 3 new players on the court for Southeastern. Jaden Webb also on the court for Ouachita, coming in for Parks there. Drury hands it off to Dickinson, back to Drury. Here's the three from Scott, and he's lethal from out there. He made his only one on the game last time he played across the street.
Yeah, the transfer from Oklahoma Baptist, who played in all 29 games for the Bison last year, making an early impact here for the Savage Storm.
Snyder dump off to Webb, and he's going to get the tough shot to go. Jaden Webb, those are his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, he has the height advantage down there as being 6'10". He can really work on the inside.
Passing it around, Crew Flowers going to get a hand in there and going to swat it out of bounds. One thing this Ouachita team has been known for, they take risks and they gamble on a lot of passes, and that's led to a lot of good fast break opportunities this season.
Yeah, you gamble on the defensive end, see if you can poke the ball away. If they do, you're definitely out in transition with numbers.
And coming into this weekend, they were second in the conference in steals per game, sitting just around 10.6 a contest. Jackson Conley really heading that up. There's Webb on Drury. Pass into Dickinson. He's guarded by Snyder. And Dickinson's going to get the easy shot off the mismatch.
Yeah, that's a big mismatch. Snyder down low. And we'll have to see if the defense adjusts to that.
Tigers passing it around. Webb going to give the screen. Dump off to him. Flowers, 3 on the wing. No good. Rebound bouncing it around. And Jaden Webb wrestling for it with Toledo. Possession arrow towards Southeastern, and it'll go back the other way.
A good hustle there by Webb to get tied up with Toledo there. So really looking forward to seeing if that defensive energy continues.
And we'll see if that continues following the break. 11:47 left in the first half. We'll be back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
And welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena. Quick start as the pass into Drury. Southeastern trails by 7, trying to cut into that lead. The 3 here is going to be good by Ethan Scott. That's 2 quick trays for him, and he's got that quick trigger as well.
Yeah, quick trigger there. Get the inbound pass, move the ball down the court fast, find him open on the wing.
McConnell gets it over to Hancock. Tigers swinging it. Smith, he's doubled. Hancock open 3 in the corner, and that one's good. Devin Hancock will start off with a make from deep.
Hancock, like we talked about in the pregame show, coming from ULM with the injury, able to make an effect here early.
Switch here. Southeastern really exploiting that switch, but nice turnover from Smith. And they're going to force the Dickinson miss, and it's going to go back the other way for the Tigers. And Dalton, you see right there, I mean, Tigers in a familiar position. They're trying to get that switch where Dickinson's being guarded by Snyder, but then Trey Smith helping backside, coming off and putting his hands up over Dickinson, and that's exactly what the cure for the play is there.
Yeah, a very good switch there. And one thing that Snyder has on Dickinson is athleticism. And I look to see Snyder's athleticism when that switch happens before the defense can get back Snyder's athleticism to take over.
Tigers swinging it around. Hancock thought about the 3. And handoff to Webb, and they're going to say he was last touched by the junior, so it'll go back the other way. Nice thinking by Hancock, though, on the dump-off. Drury will take it back the other way. 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Nice pass off the screen, and that's another one from Ethan Scott. He's been very good off those slips today.
Yeah, like you mentioned, that quick trigger, come off the screen, get the ball, immediate catch and shoot.
Snyder gonna hand it into Webb. He's guarded by Dickinson. The hook shot, and that one's off the glass and in. Jaden Webb, he's made 2 of 2 today, and he's got 4.
Had the height advantage there on Dickinson, uses a right hand and gets a little bit of space, goes up and in.
Dickinson, he can shoot. Taking it inside over Webb. Back to Drury. On the pick and pop, he's going to find inside the rolling Tyler Long, who's going to get his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, the redshirt sophomore from Ponder, Texas, really able to work inside and get his first points of the game. 9 1/4 left in the half as Snyder tries, but the elevator door is closed, and Southeastern's going to take the turnover. Yeah, a slow pass there, able for the Southeastern defense to take care of it.
No good by Toledo. Now here's Snyder. 9:00 left. Passing to Hancock, and he stepped on the baseline. Tough break for the Tigers after Trey Smith had the open 3 if he wouldn't have gotten the turnover. Lucci Thomas now in for Jaden Webb. And one thing this Ouachita team has as an asset is they've got 3 viable players on the inside to really kind of mix and match who they want playing inside.
Yeah, and that'll benefit the Tigers in the latter half of this game as we can sort of figure out Dixon, how he likes to move, and see what's best of those 3 players key up to him.
Dickinson, he's got the open 3, and that one's going to go all the way under the rim and out. Just could not get that one to go. Probably a little surprised that they gave it to him. McWilliam, he'll sub in for Drury. And we already talked about Dickinson, the native of Rockwall, Texas, this season, shooting just under 40% from the field, but coming off a 14-point outing at the Duke Wells Center. Thomas, the pass over to Hancock. He'll get doubled up top. Going to give it up to McConnell. 3's no good off the left iron. And Ouachita, a little bit of a drought now. It's been a while since they've gotten a score. And he's going to sift through the defense, and the nice little floater from Ethan Scott. And he's been perfect from the field today. Now up to 10 points, leading all scorers. Snyder doubled up top again, looking for the pass. He's got Lucci Thomas. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Thomas is just going to throw it away. Backcourt violation for the Tigers. And that's what's going to send us to the media timeout. A much-needed break for a Ouachita team that's committed 3 consecutive turnovers. We'll be back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
And back to action, 7:41 left in the first half. A much-needed timeout for the Tigers. 3 turnovers in the last 3 possessions, and then 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. Ouachita on a 2-minute and 17-second scoring drought. They still lead by 3, though, over a Southeastern team that has started to inch back into this one behind the play of Ethan Scott.
Yeah, the play of Ethan Scott has been massive here. Like I said earlier, the transfer from GAC, Oklahoma Baptist, he's been able to be a little bit shifty on the inside. That pop and shoot has really what's been able to give him the offense.
And Scott, a player that's not evasive of any GAC success. Oklahoma Baptist finishing 3rd in the conference last year in the standings, right behind Ouachita. And Scott was a big option for Terry Koner Jr., who's now the top scorer in the conference this year. Here's Toledo, top of the key. He'll drive on Hancock. 5 on the shot clock. McWilliams going to put it up, and the floater's good.
Yeah, McWilliams able to drive on the baseline. They dish it to him. He's able to go to work a little bit and get the score.
The backdoor pass is going to give Ouachita just the 1-point lead as Hancock's doubled by Dickinson. You're starting to see that 1-3-1 for Ouachita, giving them lots of problems. Smith puts his elbow into Long, and that's another turnover. Southeastern now a chance to take the lead with a score.
Yeah, and that's definitely not the first time Tyler Long has drawn a charge. The Defensive Player of the Year out of Ponder, Texas.
Substitutions for Ouachita. Jackson Conley and Christian Parks back in the game. McWilliam. Downhill. Dickinson thought about the three. Now here's Toledo. Pass off to Long, and he's going to get the shot to go. Southeastern takes their first lead of the matchup today.
Yeah, the Savage Storm just using the switch off screens to create a little bit of movement, and that in turn creates scoring for the Savage Storm.
Two experienced head coaches, and you're seeing it by their play styles, very well refined. Flowers falls to the ground and slides, and that's enough to call a walk. Too many steps for the Tigers, and Southeastern a chance to improve this lead a little bit more.
Yeah, Coach Nutt not happy with that call, as he thought there was a foul to initiate that walk.
6.5 minutes to play here in the first period. Scoring started off quick, but now it's a little slower. Here's McWilliam, takes it down. Another steal from Jackson Conley, and they're going to call the foul on McWilliam. And that's exactly what you've come to expect from the Arkansas 6A Defensive Player of the Year last year. Conley is a guy that hounds the other team on defense, and doesn't just hound the other team on defense, but hounds them in their heads. And right there you saw him get McWilliam a little upset, but we'll see how much that goes towards the mental part of this game later on. Hancock pass over to Flowers. Tigers passing it around.
Got to be able to penetrate these double teams on the three-point line and get inside, as they're unable to do there.
See the Tigers back down the other way on defense, and Snyder, active hands, is going to send it the other way. You know, we always get excited for the big dunks and the big turnover and the big plays, but that right there is a big effort play that you just love to see.
Yeah, you talked about them gambling earlier. Snyder gambles there, goes around the back, bats the ball away. If he doesn't get the ball batted away, he has an easy shot to the lane. So great job there by the junior from Little Rock.
Snyder, he had 4 steals in the Tigers' last matchup. Him and Conley combined with 7 on Thursday night. Just over 5.5 minutes remaining. Neal looking downhill, and they're going to whistle, looks like Drury with the foul, as Neal got hit on the shoulder. That's Drury's second foul of the game. 4th team foul. That'll send Drury to the bench. Coming in for him, number 4, Santiago Camacho Gomez. Pass into Flowers, now to Hancock. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Neal downhill, gonna take the mid-range shot, and that's no good off the back rim.
Yeah, great move there by Neal, but shot just didn't roll in.
Southeastern still with the lead. Ouachita has been unable to score in the last 4.5 minutes. Five on the shot clock. The long 3 from Scott, no good off the right side, and that perfect shooting percentage is no more. Flowers on the dip off to Hancock, and he'll draw the foul. Christian Parks a little upset about that one because he thought he had the nice follow.
Yeah, Ouachita moving in transition, able to get to the basket before the Southeastern defense can reset and really get to those double teams they've been relying on all night.
Hancock, he'll head to the line for 2 on the season, shooting an even 76.5%. First one is up and rolls in for him. Substitution for Southeastern, number 3, DeAndre Dunn. Hancock, a guy that also has seen time at Division I Milwaukee, and he had a decently illustrious career there as well, with a career high of 18 points at the Division I ranks.
Yeah, appeared in 46 games for that Milwaukee team.
He'll knock them both down, and Ouachita back in the lead. Scoring drought is over for the Tigers.
You see some pressure here in the backcourt. We'll have to see if that's another thing that Coach Nutt gambles on.
And good contention there by Conley to prevent the three from Scott, but that one's going to go to Dunn. Toledo on the follow, and that's going to go back in.
Yeah, good rebound there by Toledo off the missed three. The 6'7" guard from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Parks, top of the key. Ouachita looking to take the lead right back. They've had no field goals made in the last 5.5 minutes. Neal, the drive middle. He'll lose it, get it back. Looking for a teammate, but it'll be stripped. Southeastern, they're on the fast break. Gomez into the interior. And off the hands of Ethan Scott, and we're going to take our final break of the half. Ouachita, they trail 25-26. We'll see what happens after the media timeout here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita trailing by 1 in a game where it's been 6 minutes and 9 seconds since the last field goal for the Tigers. Meanwhile, Southeastern, they've gone on a bit of a run, but have been unable to pull away as Ouachita takes the ball back down the court. Here's Conley on the wing. Flowers guarded by Toledo. Neal in the corner. Here's Hancock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The fader from mid-range, and that one rattles in for him. And the Ouachita field goal streak is over.
Yeah, field goal streak is over as Hancock is able to work himself up from the three-point line. Ouachita still struggling penetrating that zone. Conley
Gambling there, but it's Dickinson with the ball. Scott picked up by Conley. Flowers gambles on it, and he gets it. 2-on-2 fast break. Flowers back to Neal. And that right there, just not great decision making by Crew Flowers. Takes too many steps trying to find out who he wants to get it to, and it's another turnover on a very easy scoring opportunity for the Tigers. 2:57 remaining here in the first half. Dickinson, he'll give it into McWilliams, and I mean, right there, Dalton, just a costly turnover in a position where you really have the other team on their back heels.
Yeah, you do. You're in transition. You've got numbers, but cannot finish. And that could be a problem if the Tigers continue to have the problem of not finishing in this conference game.
McWilliams over to Gomez. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The feed into Dickinson. 5. And he'll get the nice turnaround off the glass. And Southeastern, as quickly as they lost it, are going to take the lead right back.
Yeah, Dickinson inside could be a problem for the Tigers defense. He's able to work inside the lane, get position, post up, and get the basket.
Parks is going to set a screen for Flowers. Now the dump off. And he's going to temper through the tough defense and get the easy bucket on the right side.
Yeah, able to work past the screen, set the screen, get behind it, get to the basket. And great assist there too.
Dickinson backing down Neal. He can't get that one to go. Gets his own rebound, and that one rolls out for him as well. Battle for it up in the air, and Jackson Conley pulls it down.
Yeah, Conley and Parks right there contesting Dickinson on the rebound, able to control it.
What a step through by Conley, just can't finish the play. Toledo, the length, able to challenge it just enough. Minute and a half remaining here in the half. Out, and Flowers is going to take the steal. Pass off to Neal, Toledo's there. And another costly turnover on the break, trying to make the quick decisions, just not refined enough to be able to find a way to score.
Yeah, and we've seen on both possessions the length of Toledo has been a thing.
And right there, almost showing it there, Dalton, is he just barely able to miss that one, but get away from the block. Conley, he'll take the three, and that one's no good. Parks gets the rebound. Dickinson on the floor for it, though. And nice pass into Conley. But Toledo, once again, those long arms proving to be a problem for Jackson Conley, as he once again will miss that one. Not sure if he got a hand on it or not.
Yeah, and you see Southeastern here. Coach Green, tell them to slow down. Excuse me, you got 28 seconds left here in the first half.
About 10.5 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Gomez, guarded by Hancock. Dunn on the drive, 5 on the shot clock. And Toledo trying to get the follow. 10 seconds on the clock. Ouachita's gonna hold it.
Last shot opportunity here for the Tigers.
Neal over to Hancock, corner three, and it's good. And we're gonna head to the break with a Ouachita 4-point lead as Devin Hancock knocks the shot down from the corner. Your score here at halftime, Ouachita 32, Southeastern 28. We'll be back for the Domino's halftime show in just a bit. But for now, enjoy some nice Christmas music brought to you to our Ouachita singers and choir.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
First Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. And let us all with one accord sing praises to our heavenly Lord, that hath made heaven and earth of naught, and with his blood mankind has bought. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. He is born, the Son of God has come to dwell, the King of kings and Lord of lords, Emmanuel. He is born,
And we're back a little early. I've got pizza in my mouth here for the Domino's halftime show.
Hey, it's sponsored by Domino's. It was Domino's Pizza.
Exactly.
Yeah, Domino's feeding us today.
Well, the game recap and summary is by Java Primo. So, Dalton, while I scarf down this bit of pizza, tell me about what you've seen today.
Yeah, so when you look at the offensive side of things, Devin Hancock leads the Tigers with 10 points, 3 of 3 for field goals, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. So perfect afternoon and 17 minutes of play there in the first half for Devin Hancock's going down. Talk about the freshman, Conley, kid from Springdale, has 9 points, 4 assists, 4 of 6 for field goals, 1 of 2 from the beyond the arc in just 13 minutes. And then a third on the scoring list is Flowers, Crew Flowers there for the Tigers, 5 points for him. So, but on the other side, you have a team that is pretty balanced in scoring-wise, but Ethan Scott leads them with 10 points. The Savage Storm, the transfer from Oklahoma Baptist, and he looks to continue that in the second half. And then Dickinson, we talked about the mismatch that he has had, definitely when the Tigers are switching him off of Gavin Snyder, the junior from Little Rock. Dickinson able to have 8 points. He is 4 of 9 for his field goal, so missed a few there, and he has played all 20 minutes. He is the only Southeastern player that has played all 20 minutes. So, and right behind him is going to be Long with 4 points. So very distributed scoring for both teams. Both teams have somebody in double figures, somebody right behind them, just a point or two behind. So it's been a very interesting first half. I'd say defensively, Southeastern has been able to apply double teams beyond the arc, and that has allowed the Tigers to really get inside and run that offense, whether it's finding Conley inside or whoever it may be. So if the Tigers can get past the double teams in the front court, they can execute offensively, and then the Savage Storm just have to stop turning the ball over. The Tigers have gambled a little bit, trying to poke the ball away, and it has worked so far. So I'll look Coach Snow's team to continue that in the second half.
Well, we'll give a shout-out to Cameron Boyd. If it sounds like we're caught off guard, it is. And it is because we are. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's what really Ouachita did at the beginning of this game. They caught the Southeastern off guard, specifically Jackson Conley. I mean, you talked a little bit about him, but 7 of the team's first 9 points were from Conley, just on the break, getting those easy steals and just finding ways to just inch his way around other players. I mean, he's got 2 steals in the game. And, I don't really feel like the blocks and steals counts have been completely accurate, because I feel like he's been a beneficiary of at least 3 or 4 today. But Gavin Snyder as well, really getting in those passing lanes. I mean, just so many players on this team that have been impactful. Devin Hancock, the leading scorer for Ouachita, doesn't really even feel like the most impactful player, despite the fact that he's really just been the beneficiary of so many great passes and good ball movement.
Yeah, and you like you mentioned, people that are beneficiaries, people that contribute, but it may not show within our stats on our computers, is Gavin Snyder. He's been all over the floor. We saw him poke the ball away right down here, and that in turn led to a Ouachita, a Southeastern turn that Ouachita was able to take advantage of. He's scoreless right now. So you have also, you look at Jaden Webb. He's had a presence down low. He's been able to be man-to-man on Dickinson and really have an impact there, and he's only got 4 on the night. So really all-around great effort from the Tigers of Ouachita against the Savage Storm of Southeastern.
And then on top of that, Southeastern, they've got their 2 top scorers on the team, DeAndre Dunn and Santiago Camacho Gomez. You mentioned that you were going to mention that, but then I told you not to, but now I'm mentioning it. Both of their top scorers are scoreless right now. And it's really just been because, I mean, the game plan, I mean, you saw this in the women's game as well. I mean, the game plan has been on those 2 guys. You saw Dunn and Gomez really give Henderson fits the other night, and so you've got to be able to game plan against them. Now, Dickinson has really been the main option to try to go for with those kickouts to Scott. And so now we'll see how the adjustments for the Tigers in the second half go towards maybe shutting those 2 down as well.
Yeah, and you look at Gomez and you look at Dunn. They've only had Dunn's played 12 minutes. Gomez has played 11 minutes. So Coach Green really seeing that, hey, those 2 guys are not on tonight, so let's play somebody else. And he's done a good job of that as the Savage Storm is only down 4 right now. So really looking for that defense to continue. And I really think that the Savage Storm is really getting bothered by the Tigers gambling on things. I really think that really has caught them off guard, and I look for that to continue.
And you mentioned Jaden Webb being a big presence, but I really feel like every single one of Ouachita's big men, Lucci Thomas, and obviously the big one in Christian Parks, they've all really been impactful on the inside, and that's what's forced Dickinson to have to take those steps outside. The only time that the big men for Southeastern have gotten those chances have been on offensive rebounds that are given up, or just mismatches because of the switching off screens, I feel like. And then on top of that, Henderson up on East Central across the street as well. The Arkadelphia duo of Henderson and Ouachita looking to go 4-0 on the season, or on the weekend, for the men's team as it did for the women's teams earlier today. Dalton, final thoughts before we head to a break here.
Yeah, I'll say one thing. I was looking at the scoring breakdown between the Southeastern Savage Storm and the Ouachita Tigers, and one thing I want to point out is that Southeastern did not have a free throw in the first half, and then one thing that they did have was 18 points off the bench. So Coach Green really knows how to utilize his bench. And then one last thing is three-pointers. Ouachita shooting 28% from on the arc with 9 threes. Southeastern just making 6 of those for 21%. So we'll have to see how the scoring shapes out in the second half.
And we will see that in just a moment. About a minute and a half left before we start. We'll be back after 2 commercials here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Returning to play here from Bill Vining Arena. Second half just around the corner. The Tigers, they go into the second half. They lead 32-28, and the defense continuing to be a factor in every performance for this Tiger team. 28 points is the lowest amount of points for a team at halftime, for an opponent at halftime for Ouachita this season, and that really has just been because of the entire performances. But also Christian Parks has been incredible today. He doesn't really hear me in front of him, but
he doesn't know he's standing in front of us.
Yeah, but really, 1 steal and 1 block for him, and just making those impact plays on the other end. I mean, you saw that absolutely incredible swat on the right side. PJ Neal, he'll start the half with the ball. Ouachita, they lead by 4. Hancock left side, back to Neal. Tigers swinging it around. Flowers, he'll take the wing 3, and that one's no good. Wilkerson on the rebound. And the Tigers start off the half 0 for 1. Dunn, the pass into Wilkerson. He loses it between his legs, and here's Jackson Conley. Running the break, pass off to Flowers, and a great decision and a great finish for the duo of Conley and Flowers.
Yeah, Conley-Flowers, a duo that's been working all afternoon, and it continues to work here in the second half.
Southeastern, after giving up the turnover, they're going to give up another one. A foul. Not sure who it was on. We'll see here, but either way, Ouachita will take it back the other way. Looks like it might have been on Wilkerson there. A minute has elapsed here in the half. 19 more to go to decide a winner here. Pass tipped, Conley gets on top of it. Pass to Hancock, another wide open catch and shoot 3. No good, but Jackson Conley on the follow.
Yeah, great rebound there from the freshman, going back up through contact to get the basket.
The drive left side, here's Gomez. He'll pass it back out. Wilkerson backing down Parks, and a great play in the post there. Looks like he might have taken a hit to the face, but he'll get 2 points for his efforts.
Southeastern able to penetrate that 2-3 zone that Ouachita has started playing here in this second half to get the basket.
Pass tipped by Dunn. Hancock, he's going to let that one go out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Tigers. Good effort that time by DeAndre Dunn jumping in the passing lane. Head coach Kelly Green taking this time to talk to the official for just a little bit. 2 minutes to lapse here in the half. Entry pass to Conley, backing down Dickinson. 5 on the shot clock. The drive, he's got to get a shot up, and Conley can't get it off the right side of the rim. And you see there once again just the effort. They're not going to give up on it in their side of the court if they don't have to. Wilkerson, he's guarded by Flowers. The scoop layup on the left side rolls around and out. Neal on the break. And he's going to run right through Brewery. And it looks like there that Drury is going to be called on the blocking foul. Couldn't get his feet set there. Tyler Long coming in the game for Dunn. And DeAndre Dunn walking off the court with a bit of a limp. We'll see how much time that takes him out for. Here's Conley, handoff to Hancock. Neal back over to Conley. The spin and the tough layup, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, and he's gonna go to the line for 2. Jackson Conley on the play. 2, can't get the shots to go, but enough effort there to get the rebound and send himself to the line.
Yeah, great effort there from Conley. Able to get the board, like you said, go back up, well, not once but twice, get the foul, and go to the line.
And Dalton, I got to ask you, are you a fan of the pink shoes? Because I really am right now.
Oh, yes. I'm a big shoe fan. I don't wear a lot of shoes, but I kind of keep it simple with shoes. But when it comes to basketball, for sure, man.
The pink shoes sported by Jackson Conley there.
And Devin Hancock.
Looks like, let me see. I think Devin Hancock's got some John Morant's on. Here's Drury back the other way after Conley makes them both from the stripe. Jackson Conley up to 13 points in this one, leading all scorers. Long, the dish over to Gomez. The switch, he's got Parks on him now. The corner 3 from Dickinson is long, and Dickinson has been unable to hit the rim on a 3 so far today. 3-on-1. Dish off to Flowers, and what an athletic finish by the Fort Worth native, and that's going to send us to a timeout.
Wow, not even the dish, but the finish. What a move there from Flowers to finish the basket in transition off the missed basket from Southeastern, and a great all momentum is in Ouachita's hands as Kelly Green wants a timeout.
And we'll dish it to a break, and we'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
And welcome back here from Bill Vining Arena. The Tigers on a bit of a run as they lead by double digits for the first time today.
Yeah, Ouachita on an 8-2 run here to start this second half as they have extended that lead to 10. And what an athletic play there from Crew Flowers and Jackson Conley to keep the momentum in Ouachita's hands before that 30-second Southeastern timeout.
And DeAndre Dunn, the second leading scorer for Southeastern, still getting himself wrapped up after limping to the bench earlier. We'll see how long that keeps him out for, if he's going to be able to come back in. See if we can get a shot on Dunn right now, getting wrapped up over next to the bench.
Looks to be an ankle from here.
And Drury, he'll take the ball down the court. Here's Dickinson, 15 seconds left on the clock, on the shot clock. And the shot by Long with the late in the shot clock, and the rebound's going to go to Parks. Under 16 to go. Next dead ball will most likely be the media timeout. Hancock in the corner. He's picked up by Dickerson. And Parks thought he could wind back and throw it down just a little too early on the play.
Yeah, empty possession there from both teams after the timeout.
20 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkerson driving on Parks.
Ouachita's defense doing a great job of switching off the screens from Southeastern.
Long. Oh, when Conley's going to fall hard to the ground as Tyler Long is going to take the contact. And we're going to pause here as Conley, you see his hands looking not in a great position. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita. Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita. Ouachita.
Hey there, Ouachita, it's Barrett Baber, and I just got one thing to say. 1, 2, 1. I got one thing to say. Got one thing to say. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me nice. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me nice. Well, it feels like I'm living in paradise. Well, I'm feeling good tonight. Got music on the radio. Said I'm feeling good tonight. Got music on the radio. Yeah, I might just have to kiss you, darling, up under that mistletoe. Yeah, Santa came down the chimney at 3:30 with lots of toys and presents for my baby and me. Yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure didn't treat me right. Well, it feels like I'm living in paradise. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chimney at 3:30 with lots of toys and presents for my baby and me. Yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure did treat me right. Yeah. Now it feels like I'm living in paradise. Well, it feels like I'm living in a Christmas paradise. Merry Christmas!
And welcome back from break after that scary fall. Conley to the locker room, and just all the prayers to Jackson Conley as he recovers here and just making sure that he'll be all right. But for now, with Conley out, the Tigers having to rally around his absence. They lead by 10 here with 15:06 to go. And now shifting our focus back onto the game. In the lineup now for Conley is Trey Smith. And Smith, standing 6'6", he brings some size to this lineup that this Ouachita team definitely could need with a player like Dickinson in with Wilkerson.
Yeah, gonna have to find somebody to replace Conley. Like you said, our thoughts and prayers go to Conley as he recovers from his injury. But yeah, Trey Smith comes in and he's got a big role to fill. But the junior from Jackson, Mississippi, looks to make a difference here.
And final thoughts with Conley. He was able to get up and walk off the floor, and so they did walk him to the locker room. He was awake and responsive. But after that scary fall, we will not see him for the rest of the day. And we'll see how both teams respond following that. Drury to pass it in. And back to action are the Savage Storm. He's going to get it up top to Dickinson, over to Scott. In the corner is Dickinson, feed into Wilkerson. And Parks a little too physical there. And he's going to be called for the foul. Drury the pass into Long. Dickinson the floater, and Parks is going to get on top of it. Couldn't get the shot to go over Hancock.
A great defense there from the Tigers, now looking to move fast out in transition.
Devin Hancock with the follow by Christian Parks. My goodness, get up and throw it down. And Ethan Scott on the other end says, hey, we're not going to let you take the air out of this room, and he's going to take the momentum right back.
Yeah, this game is swinging back and forth between both teams. You get a big momentum dunk for the Tigers, but then a big tray to finish it off.
Neal, top of the key. Tigers back on offense. They lead by 9. Neal driving on Long, downhill. And he took too many steps, and that's going to be a Ouachita turnover. P.J. Neal not happy with the call. But either way, the Tigers now are going to have to respond following another turnover.
Yeah, another Ouachita turnover. They're going to have to respond on the defense side ball, and we see some pressure here in the backcourt. So we'll have to see if that's how they can contribute some of the turnovers of their own.
That is 17 turnovers in the game for the Tigers, contrary to the 13 for Southeastern. Pass inside, here's Wilkerson. He's guarded by Parks. 8 on the shot clock. Backing him down, he's going to get the easy shot on the left side to go.
He's able to back Parks down there and get the momentum, go up into the shot.
Parks top of the key, thought about the three, he's guarded by Drury. Now here's Neal right side. Flowers inside, back out to Neal, wide open three. And that's laces for the senior transfer from Blinn Community College.
Yeah, great ball movement there. You saw Trey Smith stay on the high post, draw some attention in, get the ball back out to Neal for the tray.
Double-digit lead, back in action for the Tigers. They lead 45-35. Drury, corner, here's Long, and nice cutoff by Parks to prevent the entry pass to Dickinson, but it'll stay with Southeastern.
Yeah, great. Great. You can't get to the ball, so just get a hand to the ball. He's able to do that and reset this defense.
11 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice alley-oop into Tyler Long. Ouachita wasn't ready for that one, and Long's going to get 2 there.
Yeah, the redshirt sophomore inbound play, that was going directly to him. They knew where that was going when the inbound play started.
Hancock top of the key, going to get it over to Neal. Smith. Hancock going to pull up from mid-range, no good. Parks on the rebound. Tigers are going to reset. Neal downhill, the pull up from mid-range, and that's all aces for him as well.
Yeah, great sidestep there to get the defender moving the other way, go up with the shot.
Lead back to 10 for the Tigers. Southeastern going to need a run to cut it down even more. Smith. Here's Wilkerson driving on Parks. Christian Parks off the glass. Can't corral it though, and it'll stay with Southeastern. That's 2 blocks in the game for the native of Meridian, Mississippi. That's what'll send us to another break. Ouachita, they lead 47-37. We'll be back after this on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Officials now here at the table looking at this last play, trying to see what they're looking for here. Maybe to see who it was off. Original call was off of Christian Parks, seeing if maybe that one might be overturned. Looking to see, maybe they're going to look for the shot clock, it looks like, just trying to see if it hit the rim or not. To me, from this angle, doesn't look like it was off the rim, so looks like the shot clock might not reset. We'll see what the call is. Shot clock's going to be set to 10. Parks blocked it off the glass. It did not hit the rim. So now 11:51 remaining in the game. Southeastern's going to have 10 seconds to get a shot up here.
Yeah, Southeastern, like you said, only 10 seconds to get a shot up here after this media timeout comes to conclusion here shortly. But yeah, that's big if the Tigers can stand here and extend this lead past 10.
And Parks, only 6 points today, but he's made all 3 of his shots. He's got 7 rebounds to go with that, plus the 2 blocks and a steal. I mean, Parks, the conference leader in blocks per game, averaging just under 2 at 1.9, and is in second in the conference is his teammate Jaden Webb. So this team, a very great interior defensive team. Now 5 on the shot clock. Drury just threw it to nowhere, looking maybe as one of his teammates probably should have cut there.
Yeah, miscommunication there by the Savage Storm offense. Tigers look to take advantage of it here.
The largest lead of the game for Ouachita was 12. So looking to pick that back up here, they lead by 10. Flowers, the tough bucket, can't hit the rim. He's going to get back on top of it though, and that one's blocked. Wilkerson stands in front of Flowers and prevents him from even touching the rim. The drive on Flowers. And Crew Flowers, he's going to get his feet set, and Dickinson's going to be called for the charge. And Flowers, a player, he can light up the stat sheet in the scoring column, but the reason why he's gotten minutes in the first place is because of those effort plays.
Yeah, effort play to get in the lane, get your feet set, and draw the charge from Southeastern's big man.
Parks in the corner, going to give it back to Hancock, swinging it around. In the corner, here's Flowers, open corner 3. It's going to bounce out. Hancock fights for the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, rebound there by Hancock. Powerful hands to get the rebound, take full possession of the basketball, go back up strongly.
Tigers, they lead by 12. This is their largest of the game. Scott, now here's Long. Wilkerson backing down. Going up with Parks, can't get that one to go, and he'll tip it back out. Southeastern's going to get the rebound. Scott, an early clock, deep 3.
I guess he thought maybe the shot clock was expiring. That's the only thing I could think.
Or he just thought he was Stephen Curry, but I mean, so far today he has looked like Stephen Curry, just maybe not taking it from the West Rock coffee sign over there.
The official coffee of the Ouachita Tigers.
Ouachita back down the court, a chance to take their largest lead of the game with a make.
Snyder's checked in for the Tigers.
Parks in the house. Corner shot rolls out for him. That's his first miss of the game. He's 3 for 4 today. Drury downhill. Dump off to Dickinson. And they're going to call the foul late on Christian Parks. That's his second foul of the game. Team's 4. Dickinson comes into this one shooting 70.6% from the field. 5-year player for this Savage Storm squad. Ryder McConnell subbing in for PJ Neal. That's one thing you like to see about this Ouachita team too. Gavin Snyder trusted as the one off the bench. He's been a solid player in this lineup ever since his freshman year. The longest tenured player here under Coach Dennis Nutt. Snyder left side, gonna give it back to Hancock. Parks, cross-court pass, Hancock.
Great job by Drury there, getting back on the defensive side of the ball.
Smith, shot clock ticking down. McConnell's gonna take a contested 3, and he sees nylon. That's all for him. 13-point lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, the junior from Sterling, Colorado, out of Northeastern Junior College, able to get the basket there.
McConnell, a player that was recruited by Ouachita and committed before even taking a visit to the school, and now he's got 3 big points in this game.
Parks with the tip away there.
And Hancock just makes the bad pass, can't get it to his teammate in the corner. And 9:00 on the clock. That's another turnover for Devin Hancock. He's got 4 today.
Yeah, and you look at this half, Ouachita's outscored Southeastern 20-11 in this second half.
Ouachita trying to really put their stamp on a finish for this game. Here's Scott, he's guarded by Smith.
They've got that mismatch against Snyder on Dickinson down low, and they go to it right here.
And right there, great hands-up effort by Snyder. He's going to rip it away from Dickinson and get it off his knee, so it'll be Ouachita basketball.
Yeah, great getting around Dickinson there, batting the ball away. It goes off Dickinson's knee.
Snyder now at the point for Ouachita. Right side wing, Smith. He's got a wide open jumper from the corner, and that misses everything. It's one of those situations, Dalton, where you feel like just a little too open. The defense just gives him everything he wants and just can't finish. Whistle blown away from the ball. They're going to call that one on Ouachita. Number 25, that'll be on Snyder. Long to pass it in. Here's Drury. Corner shot for Toledo, and that one misses everything too. 2 straight corner air balls for both teams. Now here's Snyder quickly down the court. Hancock, here's Snyder. He's picked up by Long. Smith, cross court to Hancock. Gonna pull up from just beyond the free throw line, and that rebound is gonna go to Drury.
The Tigers looking to get something inside. They're not able to get a sure-handed shot inside.
Drury, he's picked up by Parks. They're gonna whistle Trey Smith on the feed to Dickinson. And that's gonna send us to another break. Ouachita, they lead by 13. And neither team really able to get any scores in the past few minutes. We'll be back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the Pulled Pork Burger, or the Mac and Cheese Burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. So far, a double scoring drought for both teams in the past 2 minutes. Ouachita going 201, Southeastern 231 without a score. And Dalton, if I'm Ouachita, I'm okay with this scoring drought. Obviously, you want to lengthen this lead a little bit more, but when the other team has 39 points with less than 8 minutes left in the game, I'd say that's a job well done on the defensive side of the floor.
Yeah, and you talk about the defensive side of the floor, contesting these shots. Southeastern's 0 for 4 in their last field goal percentages. So Ouachita's defense doing a really good job of getting a hand up, getting around the screen and contesting the shot.
Southeastern team, they, like you just mentioned, Dalton, they loved to work off screens and trying here to work that mismatch on Dickinson, and it's worked to mixed effect today.
They've had most success when Ouachita's in the process of switching.
And there Toledo is going to get the corner three to go, and they'll take the cap off the basket for both teams. And Ouachita's lead now down to 10. Clock ticking now below 7 minutes remaining in the game. Snyder corner three to Hancock, and off the front rim. Battle for it, McConnell's going to get it.
Yeah, Parks able to tip it there. That's important for McConnell to come down with it.
And really for Parks, not a guy that Parks, he can get some rebounds, but also one thing that goes unseen is his ability just to change the trajectory of the ball. And there, he's going to put said ball into the basket on, not a dunk, but just barely a layup there.
Yeah, a great assist there from Smith, working the high post and then dishing it down to the low post when Parks was cutting.
A little bit of downward trajectory on that ball. I wouldn't say it was a dunk, but he definitely didn't have to throw it up. It was more just like just passing it down into the rim there. Drury the floater, and that one's no good off the left iron. Ouachita a chance to take their largest lead of the game here with another make.
Yeah, you saw Smith and Parks both there for the rebound. Ouachita has done a great job rebounding as they have out-rebounded Southeastern 23-16.
Smith no good, rebound by Toledo. Here's Southeastern on the other end. Scott, he's been scoreless in this second half after a 10-point effort. Excuse me, he's gotten 1 3 in the second half after a 10-point effort in the first. Toledo, another corner three, no good. Trey Smith, tough battle for the rebound once again. Smith, he's got 2 rebounds today as Snyder brings it down the court. Here's Snyder.
Yeah, Ouachita looking to use all of this shot clock here with just a few ticks over 5 minutes left to go in this game.
Hancock looking to penetrate the defense. And he's going to run right through Tyler Long, who's going to draw the charge. And it's Southeastern basketball. Santiago Camacho Gomez going to come in for Long. Now here's Drury. Just over 5 minutes left in this game. Southeastern needs a run if they want to remain competitive, and that's exactly what they want. Ethan Scott, his second 3 of the half, and he cuts the lead to within single digits.
And Scott up to 16 points on the afternoon, 4 from beyond the arc.
Parks in the corner. Back to McConnell. Snyder, he'll take the open 3. No good, but it's going to go off the leg of Dickinson. It's going to stay with Ouachita. McConnell, good effort there trying to get the rebound, and then he's just going to let Dickinson pass it out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Tigers. Pass into Smith, the lob up to Parks, and he can't put it down with the hammer, but he can take the soft touch into 2 more points.
Yeah, great inbounds play there, able to work the inbounds play and get the basket.
And Parks was really only known as a lob threat, and Snyder, the hard foul on Dickinson. And that's what you have to do when you get the mismatch. Snyder not happy with how many times they've been really, underestimating his size. Snyder, a player that plays a lot taller than he is, standing at just 5'11". But he's going to get the foul on Dickinson, and he's going to earn 2 shots from the stripe. First one is up and good for the redshirt senior. And Snyder, going back to him, standing 5'11", he's only 4th on this team in rebounds per game, averaging 3.4 per contest. I mean, you don't typically expect that from a guy like Snyder, but plays with effort and plays with intensity, and that's what you like to see. McConnell, and that 3 is off the assist from Snyder. Ryder McConnell now, he's got 6 on 2 trays.
Yeah, able to exploit the defense there of Southeastern. That extra pass there got McConnell open. McConnell, excuse me.
McConnell, the great defense, is going to lead to a Drury miss. And here's Smith running the break.
Tigers looking to slow it down here. You got just over 3.5 minutes left and ticking in this contest.
Snyder, feed to Parks. Cross court to McConnell. Into Smith. Back to McConnell. He's got a wide open 3. And Gavin Snyder, good effort there, trying to get the rebound, but tipped away from him. Back the other way. Toledo thought about the 3. Back to Scott. He'll take it. That one no good. Quick trigger by him. Just can't get it off the front iron.
And who's there again for the rebound? He's outsized, but you're not going to out-effort Gavin Snyder.
He's got 6 rebounds today on no points, but 2 assists to go with it. Trey Smith thought about the 3 in the corner. Back to McConnell now. Feed into Parks. Here's Smith. Step back mid-range shot. And rebound's going to go to Gomez. Southeastern, they've got to go quickly here. Scott, corner 3. And it's Laces. Ethan Scott up to 19 points, and he cuts the lead back down to 10. 2:25 remaining. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
And back here from Bill Vining Arena here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The Ethan Scott 3 for the Savage Storm cuts the Ouachita lead to 10. Southeastern going to need a little bit more of a run here if they want to remain competitive in this match. 2:25 left to play, and the player to look for here in this half, it's really been Christian Parks. He's got 10 points on 7 rebounds. Also, he's got 2 blocks to go with that. Parks has just been a threat enough to allow the rest of his team to really perform today.
Yeah, he really has. Parks has been everywhere all the time. You look at him on the defensive end. He's not maybe not getting the rebound, but tipping the ball away for one of his teammates to get the rebound. He might, if he's not scoring the basket like we've seen a few times, he's getting the dish, whether it be to Snyder, whether it be to another player to extend the offensive possession and getting the basket.
And PJ Neal, he'll get the pass in. Southeastern now employing full court press. And Snyder quickly down the court. They're going to get it to Hancock for the easy score. Tigers going baseline to baseline, and they're going to get themselves even closer to a win. Dickinson, stolen by Hancock on the break. Ouachita 2-on-2. Hancock on the break, gets the score to the line. Devin Hancock.
Devin Hancock big there. We break the pressure and then get the basket, and then we get another turnover and get to that basket. So a 4-0 run here to start for the Tigers. Hancock looking to make it 5-0.
63-49 is the Tiger lead. 2:06 left to play, and Hancock going to head to the line. Free throw is no good. Can't extend the lead even more. Gomez quickly on the floor. Dickinson, he'll get the open three. No good off the right side. Parks on the rebound. He's got 8 today.
And Christian Parks has been, like we mentioned, an all-around great player today.
Just 2 rebounds away from his second double-double of the year. Neal in the corner here, Snyder. And they're going to whistle Gomez there on the contact. Tigers not in the bonus yet, but looks like here head coach Kelly Green going to throw in the towel and put in his bench. In for the Savage Storm, it's going to be Bela Klobase. Also in for him, Andrea Berzovic. On top of that, number 24, it's going to be Kirilo Nikiforenko. And number 33, Pablo Jimenez. Also in for the Savage Storm, number 11, Jalen Williams. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ouachita still with their starters in. And P.J. Neal is going to wrestle in for the 2 points.
Great offensive possession there, working Neal inside, getting the bucket.
Here's Klobase. Here's Jimenez. Klobase feed into Jimenez. Last touched by Jimenez, so it's going to be back to the Tigers. 1:02 left to play here. Coach Dennis not throwing his bench in, and he's content to let his rotational players play the rest of this one out. Clock dips below a minute here as Neal takes it down the court. He's guarded by Nikiforenko.
Forenko, a native of Ukraine. 6'5" freshman there.
Corner 3 by McConnell, and send him to the line. The native of Fort Collins, Colorado, is going to put the stamp on this one. The Tigers ready to ship the Savage Storm back to Durant with a loss here at Bill Vining Arena.
And what a way to do it there. You get the corner 3, you make the shot, nothing but net, and go to the line. A rare 4-point play here.
Typically you see Gavin Snyder with those 4-point plays, but McConnell, he'll join in on the action too, and he'll make the free throw. 20-point lead for Ouachita, as this final quarter has been all purple and white.
And brings it to 10 for McConnell on the evening.
And Berzovic, he's going to get the shot to go. He'll head to the line for one more. Andrea Berzovic, his older brother, former starting center for the College of Charleston Cougars and the Colonial Athletic Association Player of the Year last year, now attempting professional opportunities. Berzovic, he'll make that one, and he'll send Williams, and back to the bench is Williams. Coming in for him is Devin Brown, the native of Calera, Oklahoma. This is Brown's first time on the court here in the final 27 seconds. Shot clock is off. Tigers just have to advance it into the half court, and they will. Ouachita content to just let this one finish out. P.J. Neal with the ball. And as the clock ticked down, there it is. Your final here from Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita 69, Southeastern 52. Ouachita now moves to 2-0 in Great American Conference play. Meanwhile, Southeastern moving to an even 500, 1-1 on the season. The Tigers now will get a game off. They don't have to play on Thursday before they're back in action on Saturday, back here against Bill Vining Arena against UAM. Meanwhile, Southeastern, they are going to head back home next week where they've got Northwestern Oklahoma State waiting for them, followed by a trip to Shawnee to take on Oklahoma Baptist. And Dalton, in this game, I mean, it was fairly close for the first half, and really it just ended up being that final stretch of the game where Ouachita was able to pull away and just find this one in a win. 4 players finishing in double-digit scoring for this one. Ryder McConnell getting that 4-point play to get up to 10.
Yeah, it was an all-around effort. Like you said, you have 4 people in double digits for the Tigers, and that's just all-around great effort. When you shoot anywhere be above 50% from the field, 54% to be exact field goal percentage for the Tigers, and then, hey, hitting 7 threes never hurt anybody. So all-around great offensive effort there from the Tigers, but defensively, I think is what won this game, 52 points allowed. So just all-around great performance. You gamble a little bit defensively on the steals and such, and you get the Tiger win today. So really, really good win for the Tigers.
52 points, the lowest scoring total for a Ouachita opponent that is Division II, and the second lowest scoring total of the season for a Ouachita opponent. The Ouachita defense holding up and coming out today to really be one of the top defenses in the conference. We've already talked about it before the game, but I mean, there's so many players on this team. Dalton, where do you want to go first to talk about an impressive performance tonight?
Man, I could say Christian Parks. I think Parks had a great night tonight. If you look at his stat line, it says that he had 2 blocks and 1 steal, but I just don't see that one happening. He had his hand in nearly just about every play. You had him and Dickinson going up for the rebound, and he would simply have the height advantage, be able to tip it away so the rebound doesn't go to him, but he tips it away to Hancock or somebody around him, gets the rebound. So I just say his play on around the rim, whether it be offensively or defensively, Christian Parks has had a great game this evening.
Devin Hancock finishes with 16 points to lead all scorers other than Ethan Scott. We'll talk a little bit about him first as well. The Southeastern guard, transfer from Oklahoma Baptist, comes off the bench for the highest scoring total from a bench player this season in the GAC.
Yeah, Ethan Scott, the redshirt junior, an absolute amazing game for him as he just was able to find the open shot. And one thing I noticed about him is he has such a quick trigger. He would go off the screen and he's there open. Before the Tigers can switch defensively, he's already got the basket up.
And really quick, final thoughts here before head coach Dennis Nutt comes here courtside.
Man, it was a really fun game. Both teams wanted to run, but Ouachita able to slow it down a little bit and get the win here.
Well, Dalton, thank you very much. Now head coach Dennis Nutt coming to sit next to me, but Tigers win this one by 17 after a late game pull away, and just a great performance all around on defense for a great Ouachita team. Coach Nutt, glad to have you here.
Isaac, appreciate it, my man. Better second half than the first, I can tell you that.
Well, congrats on the win, and really, I mean, this game doesn't, the stat lines for all your players don't really go to show the effort that they put in. I mean, 69-point total is not the most impressive number, is the 52 for the other team. Southeastern just really unable to get anything over your guys' impenetrable defense.
Yeah, I thought second half, I thought we were locked in a lot better. First half, a lot of mistakes, a couple back doors, and they were ducking us in early, kind of taking advantage of our mismatches there. We were switching a lot, but I'll tell you what, second half, I thought our guys really bought in and kind of put their feet in the sand and said, this is going to be our house right here and we'll get stops. So it was a good job second half.
And Coach, Southeastern really trying to get that switch, trying to get Gavin Snyder on Dickinson the whole game. How well do you feel like your backside defense was able to get on top of him in that second half, making those adjustments?
Well, first of all, Gavin is really strong. He's a lot stronger than he appears, so he can handle him in there. But we did have some guys on the backside, Chris and Devin, those guys, they were kind of watching that situation and kind of getting him some help where they should be. And I'll tell you what, I was just happy that we didn't turn it over as much second half. First half was a little bit sloppy offensively, but second half a lot better in that regard.
And Coach as well, I mean, great performance from a lot of your players, but I have to give credit once again to Christian. I mean, 2 blocks and 1 steal on the stat sheet, but plenty more that weren't accounted for. I mean, he impacts defenses so well, but also on the offensive end was just able to really take what what came to him today, and just all around another great performance for him.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's kind of coming into his own. He's such a force defensively. Really great timing with block shots. Maybe one of the better shot blockers we've had here in my tenure for sure. Does a lot of things, like you said, a lot of things that don't come up on the stats. Just the help and the quick hands that he has and deflecting. He's a good piece for us, and that's kind of why we're pretty good defensively.
And Coach, finally, the epitome of defense right here. The top two scorers, Gomez and Dunn, combining for a complete goose egg today.
Wow.
No points for either of them. Just what was that? Was that the game plan going in? Just try to zero in on them two?
Yeah, we knew those two were really good players for them. They're two leading scorers, and Dunn just come off a pretty good game across the street. So I thought Crew did a great job with him. Devin at times, and Ryder was fighting through. Ethan Scott, we know about him. He's a sniper, and he hit a couple, but we were there, pretty well contested. But overall, if you hold those two guys to 0 points, that's pretty impressive.
And Coach, finally, you get a Thursday game off this week before you're back in action on Saturday here at the Bill. I mean, looking forward to this next week. What's the objective at practice?
Well, we're going to take Monday off. It's a long week. Finals are coming up, so. And we hadn't mentioned yet Jackson Conley. We got to get him well. He took a terrible fall early in the second half.
Any updates on him?
They were doing a concussion test right now, so I don't know. We didn't see him, but yeah, that was kind of a scary moment. It didn't look good there right after it happened. So for him, and hopefully we can get him back.
Well, Coach Nutt, thank you so much for continuing to be great with us. But congrats on the win as well.
Appreciate it, right. Thank you.
And there's your final right here, Ouachita 69, Southeastern 52. We'll be back in action on Saturday, a week from today, as UAM comes to town for another 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock start for women's and men's. But for now, this has been Isaac Bourne. T-minus 4 games left before my graduation, and just excited as can be for those. This has been Isaac Bourne. That was Dalton Reed. Earlier for the women's game, that was Cameron Boyd. Thank you to everyone in the trailer, and thank you to Magnet Cove High School, and specifically Mr. Shane Hartzell for bringing in your students and being a great help with us today. And for now, this is Isaac Bourne. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.